Hey everyone at home or wherever you happen to be, I'm Miss Jamie and welcome back to another Art Explorations for Kids. So today we're going to be celebrating Mardi Gras. And what is Mardi Gras? Well, it is a week-long carnival celebration that takes place between January and February every year. And it first started in 1699, and people have these large parades, they wear masks, celebrate, have a good time. In a way, it is much like Halloween, where we pretend like we're somebody else and just have a great time at the party. So today we're going to start off this celebration by creating our own Mardi Gras mask for ourselves. All right, so we're going to grab our jumbo pencil and we're going to start down a little bit, but in the center of our paper from the top, and go up and create a little bit of a wing shape. And then bring it back down. So we've already created one side of our mask where one of our eyes will be in here. So we're going to create the little hump here where our nose will go. And then we're going to recreate that same sort of butterfly shape over here on the other side. Bring it back down and connect. Okay, so just as a good rule of thumb, when you're making your little eye holes, I put 2 finger placements right here and down on my paper for where I would like the openings on the insides of the eyes to start. And what you're going to do is just make an almond shape. Remember, 2 fingers and an almond shape. So we're going to come in here and use some motifs and shapes that you typically see in Mardi Gras masks, such as diamonds and circles. We're going to bring it from the tip of the mask up here to the corner of the eye. I'm just creating a triangle. And then from the bottom here, bring that up to the right side of the eye, and from the left side of the eye down to meet that point. Now we're going to take from this corner of the eye up to the center, from the center to this corner of the eye, the corner of the eye to the bottom of the nose, and the bottom of the nose to the side of this eye. And now we have a center diamond. And now we just want to repeat what we did over here with this eye. And then we're going to make 3 dots, one a little bit bigger, one a little smaller, and one smaller yet. And repeat that on the opposite side. Okay. So now we can go ahead and outline the important parts of our mask. Just these inner shapes, because we're going to cut it out. So now that we've outlined our important shapes, we're going to go ahead and have an adult help us cut this out around the mask and in the eye sections here. But just be sure to leave the portion of the paper from here down intact, because we'll be using that in the advanced portion later. Now that we have all of our important shapes outlined in purple, we are going to go ahead and cut the mask out, making sure to get around the outside and the inner eye pieces here. Now, I want you to be sure not to cut down here when you're cutting out your mask, so that we have this paper to work with for the advanced portion if you're going to be sticking around. So you can see I've already cut my mask out, and if you want to, something I did was I took my purple marker and I went around the insides of the eyes just to get rid of some of the white that was still left there when I'd cut them out. I just wanted that to be my eye holes of my mask to be nice and purple. I didn't want to have any of the paper showing through. So the colors of Mardi Gras are traditionally purple, gold, and green. And what they typically represent are purple, justice, green, faith, and gold represents power. So we're going to play around with our Soho watercolor paints and fill in this mask with some more green and gold. And this set has a gorgeous gold that we get to play with. I'm using this really bright, vibrant gold. This one's a little bit more bronzy, but we want to go for this really bright one up here because this is closer to the gold used in Mardi Gras. And you're going to want to really get in there with your brush until you see bubbles, activating that pigment and getting it going, because we really want a lot of this color to come off on our mask. And before you start painting, remember, you should always put something underneath whatever you're working on, just to make sure you keep your work surface clean. Whatever table you have under there, you don't want to get paint everywhere. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and start painting in our shapes. Over our eyes, we're going to do gold. And just be careful when you're coming up on the edges where the marker is. You don't want your marker to bleed into your beautiful gold. And you can see I'm doing short strokes because these are smaller areas, and this is also helping me get a more even coverage with the paint, and it's also helping me control my watercolor because sometimes you get a little too much water on your brush and you need to work it out on the paper. Okay, so now that we're done with the gold, we're going to go ahead and clean off our brush and make sure that it's completely clean before dipping into our next color, the green. And I'm going into this vibrant green right here. Again, making sure to get plenty of the pigment on my brush. And then we're just going to fill in the rest of the mask with this green. So now that I've shown you my technique for coloring in the mask, You can go ahead and finish coloring the rest of the mask at your own pace and pause for a second and come back, and we'll be ready to go on to the next step. Okay, so now we have our completed masks. They look great. If you notice that they're folding up a little, just bend slightly in the opposite direction and get them a little bit flatter. However, when you hold them up to your face, you're probably gonna want to bend them. What you can do with these now that we've finished them, you can punch little holes up here at the top and go on a scavenger hunt for some string and have it create a wrap around your face. Or if you could find a stick, a popsicle stick, you can have it glued right behind one of the sides and have it so you have a mask you can hold. So this ends the beginner's portion of this lesson. If you are happy with your mask and you want to go ahead and take it off to the festival, that's great. If not, then stick around and we will begin the advanced portion of this lesson in just 1 second. So welcome back to the advanced portion of our Mardi Gras project. So what we're going to do now is just create a few little fun elements to really give our masks more detail. We're going to add some feathers. So what we're going to do is create 2 feathers about the same size, and yours do not have to look like mine. I'm giving just an edge here where the feather gets a little ruffled and rounds out to the bottom. I'm going to do that same sort of shape over here, same size or close. You don't want to make them too big, because if you do, then they're going to cover up your mask and you won't be able to see. And scoop down. This one's going to get jagged at the bottom. And bring him to a point. Alright, and now that we have these feather shapes drawn out, we're going to go ahead and use some purple and color in our feathers. So I'm dipping into this purple here at the bottom because it's very similar to the purple you see at Mardi Gras. And because we're going to cut these out, we don't have to be too particular about staying inside the lines. So if you end up going out of the lines, it's okay. That's going to be cleaned up once we go in and cut each feather out. And you can see for these, I'm making bigger strokes, more broad strokes, because we have a larger area, and this allows you to cover your surface much quicker. And if you feel like some of your areas are lighter than you would like, you can just bring some of that paint that you already have on your brush up through and do some quick little strokes and try to get more of an even coverage with your paint. But when we're done with this, it's going to have this fun marbled look to it that's really going to be fun on our masks. And once you've cleaned your brush out, go ahead and have an adult help you cut these shapes out. And once you're finished painting in your feather shapes, go ahead, let it dry for a little bit, and then have an adult help you cut them out. And I just happen to have 3 that I've done earlier. And mine folded again, so just like before, if you have any folding with your papers, just gently bend in the opposite direction and you can work those bends out. Okay. So now we have our masks, we have our feathers. What we're going to do is a placement like this in the middle. We're going to take our 2 small feathers and put our large feather right in the middle. Okay? So an easy way to do this, we take our Elmer's glue, and all you need is just a little dot of glue, one on the left, one on the right. Just go ahead and set those first 2 feathers on there and press gently. And then we'll do one more dot of glue right in the middle for the bigger feather. And gently press. And now all we have to do is wait for our mask to dry, and we've finished creating an even more detailed version of this wonderful Mardi Gras mask that we now get to go on parade with. And don't forget to add extra strings or a stick of some sort so that you can hold it up, as we discussed in the end of the beginning session. So I hope you guys had fun with this project and you have fun parading around on your new Mardi Gras mask, and I look forward to seeing you all on the next Art Explorations for Kids.